It's May 15th. We're just gonna go through the hives here. So this is a hive that we split 2 weeks ago. I have half the split at my house. And then this is Katie's. It's her family farm we're on. Then I have another nuke next door to it and a package down the way. We're just gonna take a quick look inside here and see how these guys are doing. Just gonna sterilize the tools. Good idea to sterilize your tools if you're going between 2 bee yards. So I have 2 hives at home. And I say I've got really 2 hives here and a nuke. So when you're moving in between them, it's always a good idea to sterilize them. A little bit of burlap in the smoker. There we go. Trying not to use the big leather gloves. So I get a little more comfortable with the bees. Yes, I'm a little freaked out still. It's my 3rd year, but trying to use light gloves and then move to bare hands. I don't know why. They sting me through the leather gloves. Might as well not wear any. But I think it's more of a mental issue. And it's not that these gloves give you really any protection, but it is nice when you scrape them propolis and honey and just to be able to take them off. I have a honey super on here, but they're really not doing much with it. I just really had it on here to have them clean it up a little bit. One, two, three, four, five. 5 frames of bees. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7 frames of bees down below. Nice and calm and quiet. I have a few males, drones in here. This hive overwintered and did quite well. So it's only the one I was able to split. There's a queen cup. 2 drones on that frame. A little bit of brood. A little bit of chalk brood in this hive too. Seems to have been an issue most of the year for me. Okay, lots of larvae on this one. A little bit of a spotty pattern. Lots of brood. Put a few drones. Yeah, I think the pattern is starting to get a little bit weak. I thought maybe it was hatching out, but I think her pattern's starting to get a little bit loose. This was a queen that I did requeen late last year, last August. A little bit of chalk brood. Yeah, not the tightest pattern anymore. A little bit of pollen mixed into the brood. Again, lots of pollen mixed in with this brood pattern. Lots of young bees though. Lots of young larvae. These guys have been very calm today. Hatching brood and young larvae. And a little better pattern on this side. Some queen cups at the bottom. Big swarm cells, actually. Nothing in them. Honey. Dry supersedure zone. Lots of pollen. All right, let's go into the upper box. All right, let's see what's happening up here. So lots of bees in the bottom. It is a warm day. A little bit of honey. Old moldy frame. Undrawn frame. Lots of nectar. This was an old brood frame that had some dead bees in it, which they're now cleaning out. This side's really cleaned out. A little bit of new brood in here. Cleaning up some of this old stuff up top. Help the guys out a little bit. We're drawing out new comb. Lots of eggs down in here. Again, new comb, lots of eggs. Lots of young larvae. Here's my queen. Take a photo of her. Really a resources frame. Again, she's in that bottom left corner there. Just waiting for her to get a little bit off away from that corner if I can. Okay. So her pattern's getting a little spotty. She is last year's queen. I did re-queen this hive late last year. Just keep watching her. She's been a great queen though. Came into the spring just booming. Just take a quick look. Just put a honey super on here just to keep them busy. We've been doing a little work cleaning it up. Don't expect any honey yet. Nectar. There. You know, there were lots of marks on this. A few marks still from the spinner. They are rebuilding the comb. Otherwise, looks good. On to the next hive. So this is our package bees that we got from Tasmania. This will be probably 5 weeks since we've got it. We're just going to go in and take a look, see how they're doing, do a quick inspection, see if there's any activity in there. It's getting a little heavy. Lots of young bees in here. So the package bee, Joe was worried about the population turning over in time. This queen has a damaged wing, but she seems to be quite prolific, so just kind of leaving her alone. Honey frame. A little bit of nectar being stored there. A little bit of chalk brood. A few people I know that brought packages in were saying that these Tasmanians were showing signs of chalk brood too, but I already had it in this aviaries. A little bit of brood, a little bit of nectar. Yeah, a little bit of larva in the center, bees hatching on the outside edge. Procedure cup up there in the corner. Nothing in it. Again, lots of bees hatching out. You see larvae. I haven't seen eggs yet, so I'm not touching those cups until I come across something. Lots of fresh larvae and brood on this one. But this is definitely 4 or 5 days old, so. They are starting to get a little impatient with me. Fair amount of brood. Empty, empty. All right. And our empty frame there. So I'm just going to move the nectar frame one more closer to the edge. I'm going to leave those super procedure cups on this one. The blueberry season around here, so I have lots of males floating around. It's a good time if they want to supersede. Empty frame, lots of places to lay. So I had a honey frame, kind of an old frame, needs a little bit of work by them. Fully drawn, empty frame. A little bit of honey on the top, no eggs, no brood. Lots of places for them to lay. The bees just haven't taken off like they did for me last year. It's not really, I don't know, not that enthusiastic. Drawing a little bit of comb. All right, so here I have new brood. There's my queen. We'll take a picture of her. And we got eggs. So we're good. A fair amount of brood on a new frame. Not the greatest pattern though. That's why I say I wouldn't mind them. It's not a little bit better. I may try to move one of those drawn frames in a little bit closer, see if I can get her to lay a little bit more, let them build the frames on the outside. Now this one's filled with larvae. Yeah, both sides. And this one's heavy. And lots of nectar. Putting honey around the outside edges. Just looking for the queen again. She may have already jumped down to the, oh there she is right here again. I know you're a little bit far away. So I think what I'm going to do, tuck her in nice and tight, and take one of these drawn frames, move a little closer. Just tighten these guys up and put them away. Alright, no signs of truck brood or foul brood, so those are always good signs. Well, I just shook out a really weak hive on the backside of the farm field, and they're returning and trying to get into my nuke. Be interested to see if they get in there. Or the one beside it is actually empty, it's got comb in it. But anyways, we'll see what they do.